What is happening, guys? Blackwell here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about patch 12. Fallout 76, of course, has given out this new patch. We are on the 21st of August, so it has been live for about a day. And yeah, we'll jump into it and we'll go through it, piecing together what is new and what our thoughts are for these pieces and this patch as a whole. All right, so patch 12 notes, August 20th. 2019. Patch 12 brings Vault 94, display cases, nuclear winters, choose your own perk system, another large wave of bug fixes, and many additional improvements to 76. Okay, so it's a game that we know and it's a game that we love, and it's a game that we know is a work in progress still, but this is what it is. This is the patch. These are the patch highlights, and we'll go on and talk about it in more detail. All right, so we're releasing patch 12 today, which brings all this stuff. That's pretty much just saying, reiterating what was said. Oh, it's, yeah, right up top there. Okay. Patch highlights. Prepare to storm Vault 94. Disable your team. Get ready to take on our first instanced Vault raid. Complete missions to find out what happened to Vault 94's dwellers and claim exciting rewards, like plans to craft unique new Vault armor sets. Please note, 94 is open to PC first, and then it's going to be released on console if it's working, if it's decent, if it's stable. Flaunt your collection, show off your gear in display cases, fill your pockets. We've increased the maximum number of caps people can carry. Rest like you mean it. There's now a long press required for drinking and sleeping and furniture and instruments and stuff like that. Nuclear winter, choose your own perks. Duplicate perk cards now award overseer tickets, which you can use to unlock perk cards that you don't already own. Excuse me. And balance changes, we've implemented a variety of changes for the weapons and stuff. Okay, so 2 gig on PC, 7 gig on console. They're the patch numbers to look for. So we've got the new Vault Raid, we've got the camp display cases, we've got general stuff, we've got items, perk cards, quests and event, sound, interface, nuclear winter, choose your perk systems and stuff. And then bug fixes to round things out. That's the dry part of it. And then nuclear winter, bug fixes as well. So probably won't go into the bug fixes on this one, because let's be honest, a lot of the bug fixes that we want haven't occurred in this patch. I will be honest, but that's it. I've been playing the game a little bit this morning, and the sentry bots at White Springs still do the looping audio. There are still death zones in the area as well, where you stand and you just instantly die for no reason, mainly down in Wittoga. So there's still a lot of bugs that are on the game that need to be addressed. I think some of the power armor bugs are still present as well. But yeah, we'll talk through the positives and then we'll go from there. So we've got the new Vault Raid. The opening of Vault 94 marks the arrival of our first Vault Raid, which is a challenging dungeon experience designed to be completed by a team of up to 4 level 50 and above characters. Vault 94 utilizes instancing technology, which will prevent other players joining that world. We're currently planning to open Vault 94 on PC. If Vault Raids run smoothly over the next couple of days, then they'll be available for consoles. If not, they're going to be pulled from PC to get fixed. Basically what that is. So go to the emergency broadcast radio station from Vault 94 to start it. There's 3 missions to complete. Dead in the Water, Meltdown, and Washout. Each mission will last for 1 week. Repeats every 3 weeks. And only 1 mission at a time will be available to play. Vault 94 will become temporarily inaccessible for around 3 hours when 1 mission rotates into the next one to prepare that vault. Programming wise, I imagine that kind of deal. There's 3 difficulty modes: Novice, Standard, and Expert. Novice mode is untimed. Standard and Expert require you to get the things done within the time limit. More difficult modes will also award better loot and XP. If time runs out on your entire team is downed, you'll need to start again. Claiming new rewards: complete Vault 94 missions to earn XP caps, improved repair kits, legendary scripts, crafting materials, and items like weapons, armor, and plans. So improved repair kits is pretty useful. Obviously, you can get them from the Queen, or you can buy them if you really need to, but you can get them from this as well. But the stability of servers at the moment, I would probably farm Queens to get the repair kits rather than this Vault, because server stability, like I say, if you get binned off, essentially what I'm saying is there are more Queens than there are completion of this raid because of the frequency of the Queens on each server. You know, there might be a Queen on the server. When you hit it, you could then get another Queen, then you could get another queen. You could get 3 queens in quick succession if you really wanted to, rather than this quest or this vault raid, because it'll take longer to complete if you can get it completed. Completing a mission on any difficulty will also award you Vault 94 steel, which is used to craft new vault armor sets, which grant special bonuses to the wearer. These sets are awarded via plans by completing expert or standard version of the raid. Vault armor can be crafted at armor workbenches. The purveyor is selling legendary modules, which I believe is a part of that. So if you do want to get a legendary for those, you'll need to apply it through there. So you'll have to pick up the modules, and then when you go to the armor workstation, obviously there'll probably be an option. This is probable. There'll be an option to add that effect. I think it'll be a random effect. I don't think you'll be able to pick and choose which one you want, but we'll see. Vault 94 steel, Vault armor, and Vault armor plans cannot be dropped, traded, or sold. The Vault armor itself cannot be dropped, traded, or sold, so you can't sell it in the player vending. Okay, cool. Vault missions rewards can be earned once per difficulty mode per mission per day. I don't know why they're throwing per mission in there, because I don't think you're going to get... Well, I guess on the day they transition from, say, Raid 1 to Raid 2, you might be able to do that on the same day, but that's probably why they put that in there. Read our recent deep dive article on Fallout.com and find out more information on that. Okay, so that's everything that they've given us about the Vault raid, obviously, other than the deep dive article. Okay, so there's that. That's interesting. Camp display cases. I've heard there's been some bugs with these as well. Display cases are new camp objects that you can use to show off your weapons, magazines, bobbleheads, and other things you've collected. Use the new displays tabs in the build menu. You'll be able to access them. Once built, you can assign items to the displays directly from your stash. Items you assign will remain in the stash, and a new icon will appear next to their name. It will appear like a trophy little icon. You can place up to 30 displays at once, and each type of display has a maximum number of items that can be assigned to it. With this one, there's a couple of issues from my perspective, what I've seen. I straight away saw the bobblehead stand. I thought, you know what? Yeah, let's put one of these in my camp. I put 2 bobbleheads in it, and my camp was exceeded. And I was like, okay, didn't really understand that. Thought it was a stash box thing, to be honest. But I needed to get rid of a couch or a sofa, whatever, a stash box, and a couple of walls, just so I could place a few more bobbleheads in there. I think the camp weight or the camp budget for these displayed items is far too much. So hopefully we'll see a change in that. We'll see a nerf in that at some point, or a buff to the weight, or whatever you want to call it. Another thing that I've heard, I've not seen this one myself, is people have been putting items into these display cases and then getting disconnected from the server and losing those items. So at the moment, I won't worry about using them so much. I'd be like, yeah, we'll just give it a few, until Bethesda are adamant that they are fixed. And I mean adamant, because they've said they've fixed things in the past, only for them to break a few weeks later. So yeah, I would advise people to not use the display cases just yet. Give it a few, days, weeks, whatever it takes before Bethesda give us the all clear on that one, because you don't want to be losing. You don't want to be displaying your favorite bloodied explosives and then getting them, thrown into the abyss or into Todd Howard's personal stash, whatever you suggest for that one. Yeah, so that's what I would say with them. Items going into the display case. General, the Atomic Store, a standee has been added to the Berkeley Springs train station that can be activated to visit the Atomic shop. Can't read this very well. While playing in an adventure or survival mode. I don't know what that. Why is this? Standee has been added to the Berkeley Springs train station. It's also at the White Springs train station. I've seen that one with my own eyes. And also, I don't understand why they're sneaking that one under our noses, because if you head to the menu, you can go to the Atomic Store with like 2 button presses. So I don't know why there's a visible reminder there. It's almost as if they're just going, hey, here's an advert for the Atomic. It's not necessary. We all know about it. It's all in the start menu when you join the game. It's every splash screen when we load the game up now as well. And they shouldn't be putting them little things in there unless, and they won't do this, but unless they bring in a physical place for this, because everything in the game at the moment that's been advertised, whether it's a poster for a sheepsquatch or whether it's a poster for the frat party or whatever, there's a physical location. There's not one for the Atomic shop. I'd like to see that. Caps have been increased from 25k to 30k. Quite useful. You know, I've seen a lot of people at max caps, and that's a bit of a bug now. Well, it's a bit of a, not a literal bug, but it's a bit of an annoyance. Now they can have an extra 5k and then be a max cap. The Grafton fast travel point has been moved further from the station across the city's east bridge. Alrighty, cool. Probably a reason for that. Probably spawning in too close to the station, I guess. Armor. All Enclave Scout armor mods are always available for purchase at the Enclave Armory. That's a good thing. I know a couple of people who have been looking for deep pocketed mods and stuff from the Scout armor, so that's good. Flame of Fuel can now be crafted using a Tinker's workbench. Good. It used to be on a Chem workbench. Doubled the ultrasight ammo produced by all ultrasight ammo recipes and increased the non-flux ingredient cost by about 50%. Burnt books and magazines can now be scrapped and produce a cloth. I tend to pick them up as they're always worth a cap. So I know that that's going to be a cap if I take it to a store. Yeah. Added August 20th, the next two things. Legendary modules, their new crafting component used to craft Vault 94 armors. Legendary modules are only available to purchase from the purveyor. This change was missed during the original patch note creation process, but it's been added for clarity. And mainframe cores have been increased in weight to 1.5. I don't know what they were, but yeah, now 1.5 is quite a lot in comparison. I tend to carry 30. Ideally, I'd have all 30 fixed up and ready to go, but obviously after you've done a vault, not a vault, sorry, after you've done a silo, 15 of those will be broken because obviously you're switching them out inside the silo. If you don't know what that means, then by all means drop me a question and I'll clarify that. Previously, there was no downside to hoarding as many mainframe cores as possible. Yeah, cores. Now they can be acquired in both Nuke Silos and Vault 94. We wanted to prevent them from feeling trivial to acquire. This change was missed during the original patch note creation process, been added for clarity. Okay, interesting. Jetpack mods have been added for Ultrasight and Raider power armor. Now the Ultrasight is known as one of the strongest power armors in the game. That's Bethesda's words, not my own. So for there to be a jetpack for that as well now, that would be interesting. I like that. Recon scopes can no longer be used to mark other players. Oh. I wonder why that might be. Maybe that's overpowered. Interesting. Perk cards. No longer award perk cards that only have a single rank. Cool. Nice. That's excellent. So, essentially, if you've already got that perk card, let's say Travel Agent, for example, it's one perk card or 1 point perk card. If you've got that, you'll never get that again. So the 5 cards that you do get, you'll not get a duplicate. So that's kind of useful. That's giving you more chance to get the things that you do want or things that you hadn't considered before. So that's really good. This change is intended to safeguard against players receiving duplicate perk cards that cannot be ranked out. Specifically, the following cards will no longer appear as perk card packs. And then there's a list of a bunch of them there. If you want to pause this one and have a quick look through, by all means do so. But we're going to move on. Quests and events. The Charleston Capital Courthouse has been reworked to help people doing the Key to the Past quest line. The objectives have not changed, but the updated space should provide a richer experience for those playing through this quest. Most of my characters have already done that quest, but some haven't, so that's kind of useful. A couple of them haven't. Several new notes have been added, providing more lore to be discovered. That's cool. The courthouse and the main Capitol building are now split into 2 different interior cells. Enemy level ranges have been adjusted in both locations. Okay, good. Please note the office of the registrar that must be accessed during the Recruitment Blues quest line has been relocated from the courthouse to the Capitol building. Okay. We made significant updates to Morgantown's exterior, the airport's exterior, to further improve the early game questing. Encounters in this area have been reworked to offer better combat experiences. The medical hut has received layout and design updates to better support the final departure quest. The tentative plans and safer work quests are now given by a terminal located across from a medical hut. The advanced responder training entry has been removed from the airport's interior terminal, and the objective now appears automatically after completing tentative plans. I think some of the stuff on the advanced responder training, it's easy. It was easy to miss, so I guess now it's automatic. That's kind of useful. It also used to be bugged as well, so sometimes it wouldn't work. That's good. Collision course no longer begins automatically when a player enters the area. Instead, players must choose to start it by firing a flare from a new mortar, which has been added to the event location. Nice! I like that. We've also made some consistency updates to the collision course objectives and improved the vertibot's pathing and delivery method when it drops off its cargo. I'm just wondering if Scorched in that quest now don't just fall off the wall and die, making it incredibly easy. Hopefully they'll approach from a different angle, or have the AI to scale the wall or climb down the wall instead. Daily quests. All daily quests now persist when logging out and back in. Additionally, some dailies checkpoint your progress to make it easier to resume where you left off. I was actually at Camden Park this morning, and I had Dross Toss and the hot dog game. So that was interesting. That there's multiple. Normally it's just one. So, oh, and no, it weren't the. Was it Dross Toss? The one where you collect the coal and put it in the buckets. That one. It's not Dross Toss, is it? Dross Toss is the one where you throw in the thing through the hoop. But yeah, I had two, so that was cool. We've also substantially increased the caps and XP awarded by many dailies. Dailies are meant to be something fun to do every day, so the rewards have been increased to make them more enticing to complete. I can imagine that they haven't updated the daily challenges to factor in that they're supposed to be fun rather than a tedious chore. We are currently aware of some of an issue that prevents some daily quests in the Maya region from starting again after your first time you complete them. We are investigating and to address this in an upcoming update. So the Atomic Shop has been replaced, the music in that, by 3 new tracks. That's the only sound thing that's been changed. Which is a shame, really, because the sentry bots are still firing weapons just continuously. Pain. Okay. Press and hold activators. Players must now hold the activate button to enter furniture, start playing an instrument, or to drink from an open water source. This has been implemented to reduce the likelihood of performing these actions by accident. Doesn't mention anything about sleeping, but I guess entering furniture could be considered as that. We actually mentioned this on Reddit a few weeks back, and I'm hoping that's where they got the information from to make this change. It's a very simple change that they could have implemented, and they have, so that's awesome. It shows that the feedback that we do get and give to Bethesda goes a long way. Quest marker descriptions. Quest markers that appear in the world now display objective text for the quest they belong to. Yeah, I saw that as well. I did a bot stop, or I was near a bot stop in the ash heap this morning, and it said use terminal to activate modus, or use modus's terminal to activate whatever it said. It said that on the little diamond notification, so that's cool that that's sort of displaying some information. Anything that gives the player more information is a welcome change in Fallout 76 for sure. So yeah, you can enable or disable these objective descriptions or adjust their display distance using the display settings menu. Cool. Throwable weapons counter. The number of throwable weapons, grenades, mines, throwing knives, etc. from no, that the player has equipped now temporarily appears when unholstering a weapon or reloading ranged weapon, and disappears immediately when holstering a weapon. Cool. I'm not going to get into Nuclear Winter for this one, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here for Nuclear Winter. That's their newest project of the game, isn't it? So that's going to give us the more information on that. Obviously, it's going to have a lot of work on it as well. So yeah, if you want to get involved with the old Nuclear Winter, you need to head to Bethesda's website, and we'll go through that another time. All right, thanks for this quick video. My name's Blackwell. It's good to see you. Good to see you out here. Hopefully I'll catch you in Appalachia. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Peace and love to you and yours. And I'll catch you on the next one.